Ladies and gentlemen, we are live from the Isle of Man in the UK. This is John and Mike's MMA Corner.
Zak Bucia, you're joining me right now. You are fighting very soon, let's say, March. You're kicking off on Titan FC against Jason Novelli. This is one hell of a scrap. You know, you got two guys coming in. You're on a 4-fight win streak. I think Jason's on a 3-fight win streak. Two guys who are on fire at the moment. It just makes for a really great, exciting fight. Potentially, I put this down. I penned it down as a potential fight of the night.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a good one. I think it will be fight of the night. I'm planning on it being very one-sided, of course, but I think he's really good. He's pretty solid across the board, and it's kind of the way I am. You know, I've got a little bit of everything, and so does he. So I'm really excited to see how it all plays out. You
know, your last fight that you had on Titan, that was a nice benchmarker for you, getting the finish as well. You know, did that? You know, it's really set you up with a good bit of momentum. Good, huge confidence boost as well. You know, the kind of, you know, that kind of setting the grade going into this fight. Do you feel that beating Jason will really put you in that kind of picture of being one of the best in that kind of let's say weight class within Titan FC?
Yeah, I feel like a lot of like some of my last few fights have already started to establish that.
Yeah.
I just want to keep that. I really just want to keep that momentum rolling. And Jason's a great opponent, so it'll be good to kind of showcase how I feel that my place in all of this stuff and in Titan.
Now, your last fight that you had, it was September, wasn't the last bout off the top of my head? I think it was, yeah. Yeah. So in that time that you've had, you've been able to go back, look at the fight you had, analyse it. Is there anything in particular that you've been working on that you maybe noticed that you weren't maybe particularly happy with?
Just defending the wrestling a little bit more. I think I was being a little bit lazy because he got some really nice takedowns, and I think it's just because I'm really confident in my jiu-jitsu. So I never felt like I was in danger at any point. So, and I kind of went along with some of the takedowns. Not that he wasn't an amazing wrestler. He was really good at what he does, but I felt like I could put a little bit more effort into fighting off those takedown attempts, and I think I could have done better in the wrestling aspect. And so I've been working on that a bit. But otherwise, you know, just staying really sharp with striking and my jiu-jitsu, which is what I do.
Yeah, I was going to say, because would you, if you went back to have that fight again, obviously, if you would you keep fighting off the wrestling a bit more to keep the fight standing, to work you're striking a lot more? Because, like you say, he did get some takedowns in because he wanted to keep the fight closer. Would you have liked to have done that?
I feel really confident in my striking, and I felt good striking against him as well. So it would have been good to keep it on the feet a little bit longer. I did finish him on the ground, but ultimately it was because I dropped him with a straight left hand.
Yes.
So it would have been nice to get that knockout. So that fight ended because I really wanted to get another knockout in a row because I was on a few of them, won a couple back to back, and I wanted another knockout. So, but I pounced on him after that straight left hand, and he's a sambo player, and he went for a footlock, which is dangerous territory. So I kind of went into jiu-jitsu mode after that and found the choke.
Yeah, footlocks are deadly. You know that. There is a lot of exposure to yourself as a fighter when you go for it. You see a lot of guys when they do that sometimes. I find that they go for the heel hook at the wrong time, or they go for like any kind of lock on a leg when they're too close to they've not got the leg stretched out enough, and they're too close to the opponent's fists, where the guy can reach them.
Yeah.
When they really need to get the angle, they need to get elongated so the head's further away. So if the guy is going to start hitting you, he's only going to be hitting you like your kidneys and your ribs, kind of, that kind of the side of your body or somewhere like that, or even the hip, somewhere where you're not going to want to stop.
Yeah, and you don't want to get into a. I mean, I feel comfortable with my leg locks and stuff like that too, but I mean that's an area where I felt like I want to keep it where. I feel like I've got the bigger advantage, and once he starts going for footlocks, even though I'm confident in mine, the tables can turn on that really fast. But You don't want to play that game, really.
No, you don't know. That's the problem with some submissions. There is there's a great reward, but there is a very, very big price to pay if it doesn't come off.
Yeah. Exactly. And footlocks are one of those things. Like if you by going for a footlock yourself, you're kind of offering up your own. So it's just dangerous territory, you know.
Yeah, it is.
And I felt like I was so far in the upswing. There's no reason to take that chance, you know.
I think the only guy I've watched recently who does go for the leg but gets away with it because his style is so let's say sporadic. He knows what he's trying to do, but he's so sporadic in what he does. The guy who's fighting doesn't know. Is Tony Ferguson. You know, the way he lunges in for those legs all the time, but guys are just darting away to get away from it. They can't counter him because they don't know they don't want to risk standing there.
Yeah, I mean it's scary for a lot of people, and most people don't want to deal with it at all, you know.
Yeah, it is. It's huge. Look, Titan FC had a bit of a sour ending to 2015. They're looking to go off with a big bang with 2016. They've obviously decided to put some good matchups on. You know, like I say, you've got yourself and Jason going down. 2016, Zach, is your goal then, I'd imagine, you know, finishing Jason, ideally you'd like to have a highlight reel finish. Everyone does. Does it ever come to your mind about maybe trying to go for a bit of gold within the promotion to kind of establish yourself as being the champion and just having that recognition?
That's been thrown around. We had the possibility of fighting a guy for the belt at one point, but it was just something that was discussed and didn't ever pan out. I mean, I'd be great. I wouldn't mind fighting for the title, but ultimately, my goal will always be, you know, let's make it into the UFC.
Yeah.
You know, and I think we're close to that even being a possibility.
Yes.
But in the meantime, you know, just, you know, tearing stuff up and tighten and making sure that, you know, I'm a force to be reckoned with in this league.
Well, that's what I mean by becoming a force to reckon with, by having the belt within Titan. That's what I mean. That would probably help get that push to the UFC. You know, having the strap kind of it helps you stand out a bit more, I think.
I would be honored and proud to have that belt. You know, of course, it would be really great. And like I said, it's been thrown around, so it's definitely not out of the realm of possibilities. So I mean, if after this fight that comes up and that's the move we want to make, and I'd be absolutely stoked to fight for that belt. Yeah,
I'd like it to happen. I'd like to see that happen eventually. I'd like to see the talk becoming kind of substantial. I'd like to hear Jeff Arnson. I hope, you know, I'll be speaking to Jeff shortly in a couple of weeks. Maybe talk to him about, are they looking to set dates roughly? Are they looking to say, look, we are going to put this belt up, you know, because I think also it helps you guys when you're going in there and you know that there's going to be a belt eventually up for grabs. It gives you that incentive, like you say, to get yourself to the UFC. Being the champ, it really does magnify it. Also, being the champ, it means you're a bit of a poster boy for the promotion, helps your exposure as a fighter, gets you out there to more people too.
Oh yeah. Like I said, it would be a big honor, and I would definitely love to fight for that title. And there's no doubt in my mind, of course, that if I got that fight, you know, that belt would be mine. I'm not, you know, whoever would be in front of me. But yeah, I agree. I think that would be great.
Look, Zach, I'm telling you right now, you and Jason, like I said before at the start, I've penciled you two as potential fight of the night. Ladies and gentlemen at home, if you do not have Fight Pass, you can get it for free, a 1-week trial for free, right? So I suggest you do it for this weekend that the Titan FC card is on, which is the 4th of March, isn't it, off the top of my head? Yeah, it is 4th of March, isn't it?
Yeah, 4th of March.
Yeah, 4th of March.
So we got just under a month.
Yep. So get your Fight Pass signed up, say like the day before, make sure it works. Honestly, I've got Fight Pass. I tell everyone to buy it. It's so worth the money. It's pittance compared to, you know, other things that you can buy. Just don't eat a pizza, you know, just don't go buy yourself a big pizza or something each month. You know, one less pizza a month, I don't know, takeaway or whatever. Get Fight Pass, watch this card, this fight, like I said, it's definitely one to keep an eye out for. We've got two guys who are on a roll. Zak, have a fantastic rest of the fight camp. Have a great fight against Jason. Enjoy the whole weekend. And thank you very much, Zak, for talking to us. But before I let you go, can you give everyone at home your social media so people can jump onto it and give you a little follow, mate?
Yes, I'm mostly doing the Facebook stuff right now. I need to be keeping up with the Twitter stuff more. But yeah, Zak Bucia on I have a fan page there on Facebook. Just look me up there.
And what about any sponsors, my friend, helping you out?
Just my fight team right now. I'm focusing on just the fighting. I'm not too overly worried about sponsors. I do have a guy in California that from Executive Shield. They help me out a lot. Those are really good guys. CrossFit Lawrence here in Lawrence, Kansas, who's hosts my fight team, which is Lawrence Fight Club.
Because isn't it Thomas? Is it Thomas Thatcher that does that stuff there?
Yep. He's the one that owns CrossFit Lawrence, and he's coming up in the ranks too. And Shamrock.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, I've spoken to Thomas before. Yeah, he did mention. And last but not least, like you say, do you want to give a shout out to your training partners? You know, people who are helping you out, coaches, stuff like that.
Yep, absolutely. Thomas Thatcher's one. He helps me a lot with my mobility and strength and conditioning. My Muay Thai coach, Shannon Woodward, he's really great. And, of course, my Jiu-Jitsu coach, Trevor Rivers, who's also a part of the Lawrence Fight Club as well.
You are lethal on the ground, I have to say, Zak. You've been very impressive with the fights I've seen. Like I said before, have a great fight. Thank you very much for talking with us. Thank you for giving us your time. And just enjoy yourself on that weekend, Zak.
No problem. Thank you.